Welcome to day number 3 of your acceleration training. Today we're going to talk about your why. Before we do, I want to share a little story. I have a friend of mine, his name is Jay. Now, Jay and I have been working together for many years. One particular May in the Phoenix area, there's a mountain called Camelback Mountain. And we decided that we were going to climb Camelback Mountain. Now, at the time, Jay was probably 100 pounds overweight. So he was going to be struggling, and he knew it and I knew it. But I also knew that he had it inside of him to make it up this mountain. And so we started to go up the mountain. It started to get warmer. Jay started to sweat. He started to drink water. He had to stop, right? And we get about halfway through, and Jay looks at me and basically says he doesn't know if he's going to make it. And I look at Jay and I said, I think you're going to make it. And we proceed to have a conversation, right? We proceed to have a conversation about why it's so important for him not to stop here and turn around, but to continue on, step by step by step, to make it to the top of this mountain. Now Jay does, and he continues all the way to the top. And the view is 360 degrees. It's almost smack dab in the middle of Phoenix. And you get to see everywhere, and you get to see everything, the mountains in the distance, the city lights at night, right? Everything. Now, why was it that Jay continued versus stopping? It was very simple. Jay had a reason why. He had a reason why he was climbing the mountain. It wasn't to show off for me. It wasn't to prove to himself that he could get it. But he knew that deep down inside of him, there was a bigger reason. And the reason is that he has people that are depending on him. His wife, his kids, his employees. He has people who are dependent on him to understand, and then when things get hard, acknowledge it, but then continue forward. See, most of us think that we understand what it is that we want, but we're not really clear on why we want it, which is why you always sell yourself short. Which is why you always stop when you should continue, which is why you complain about it being too hard, which is why you second guess and doubt yourself, which is why you sleep in, which is why you don't call the people or follow up with the people that you should be following up with. Because you haven't connected what you do with why you're doing it. And that's okay, because most of us aren't taught to do that. We aren't taught to make that connection. So the next time that you're out, ask yourself, why is it that you're doing what you're doing? The next time that you doubt yourself, ask yourself, why is it that I'm doubting this right now? The next time that you want to quit, ask yourself, why is it that you want to quit? And then ultimately, why is it that you're doing it in the first place? See, because what you want is super important and being clear on that. But why you want it is even more important. Because the allure, because the shininess, because the newness of it all, the excitement wears off, right? Starting a new business is fun. Right? You get your LLC and you get your brand and you get your design and your logo and you slap it on the side of the truck and you are open for business. And you go to your first few bids and you might get 1 out of the 3 or 4 and you start to do the work and then you might hire somebody. But eventually what happens? The newness, the shininess, the excitement wears off and it becomes just day after day after day. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever make it to $1 million or more? 4%. Only 0.04% make it to $10 million. Do you know why? It's not because they don't have a good idea. It's not because they're not clear on what they need to do. It's because their why isn't strong enough. And so they give up, they quit. They ultimately throw in the towel and say, this isn't for me. Or they just settle for good enough. So my question for you is, why? Why are you here? Why are you doing what it is that you're doing right now? The business that you have, why does it exist? Do you understand the true purpose behind it? See, you weren't created to serve your business. Your business was created to serve you. But why are you doing it? So today's assignment, super simple. 2-minute video or less, you're going to post it inside a group. Number 1, why are you here? Here, right now, inside of this group, doing this challenge, this acceleration. Why are you here? Why does it matter that you succeed? And then who are you actually doing this for? Because I'm telling you, we're on day 3. This is still new and shiny, but you're going to get to the day 22, 29, 37, where you're not going to want to do it anymore. And you're going to have to pull back and connect with your why again. And it's going to help pull you through. All right, you guys know what time it is. It's time to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go.